Hi, I'm Andrew Conway and welcome to the first edition of IPA Update for 2013. This year marks a fantastic year for the Institute. We are in our 90th year of operation and it gives us an opportunity to reflect on the achievements of the past and look towards the future of the Institute of Public Accountants. The events this year we have planned are an array of exciting opportunities for us to engage with members and our stakeholders about the stories of the IPA. And the theme for our anniversary year is innovation, partnership and advancement. And we believe that those three words tell the story of the Institute, where we've come from, what we're doing today and where we're going to tomorrow. And so to kick off the anniversary year, we're very pleased to be launching the new IPA Public Accountants Digital Hub. This hub will provide you, our members and our stakeholders with an opportunity to look at our content in a very unique and very dynamic format. The hub itself is not just a digital version of our magazine. The hub will feature a range of articles and a range of interviews from key stakeholders and leaders in our profession. There will be news updates, some very cutting-edge digital presentations, as well as a repository of videos and links to our articles from the IPA magazine, The Public Accountant, both past and present. So check out the hub. It's a way of staying up to date in a really digestible format. And now a quick update on APS 230 or APES 230. It's the Accountants Professional and Ethical Standard 230 in relation to financial advisory services. The Accountants Professional and Ethical Standards Board has recently issued the final standard, which would come into effect on the 1st of July 2013. And just recently, the APSB has announced that they will defer the commencement date of that standard by 12 months to the 1st of July 2014. The IPA has strongly opposed the standard and continues to strongly oppose the standard. We do not believe that APES 230 is in the best interests of the profession. That we believe that the Accountants Professional and Ethical Standards Board has a viable and a vital role to play in our profession. But to dictate to members the business model of their practices that goes far beyond FOFA as the law is inappropriate. And accordingly, the IPA is resolute in its commitment to introduce a standard that overrides APES 230 for our members. And our standard will ensure compliance with FOFA, the law. We believe that is in the public interest to ensure an ongoing provision of quality financial advice to Australians. And that is at the cornerstone of our interpretation of public interest. So APES 230 is here to stay as an issue for 2013. You can be confident in the fact that the IPA will continue to advocate strongly in your interests and act swiftly to ensure that we address these concerns in relation to this particular standard. As you know, the IPA has an expanding network of members across more than 51 countries. Our members are operating in a range of fields across the profession, particularly in the Asia Pacific region. We take our role in the Asia Pacific region very seriously. We have permanent secretariats and offices throughout mainland China, Hong Kong and Malaysia, and they focus our energies. We've also joined the Confederation of Asian and Pacific Accountants, or CAPA, as the peak regional organisation representing our profession for the Asian Pacific region. We're playing an active role in CAPA, and we also participate in the Professional Accountancy Organisation Development Committee, which helps guide developing nations through the development and evolution of their profession. The IPA offices in Beijing and in Malaysia play a very important role in providing member services to our growing number of members abroad. And our offices in Beijing have also a network of service centres throughout provincial China. The Beijing office acts as a hub and a central coordination point for our expanding offices and training centres throughout mainland China. Importantly, our office in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia also provides an extensive training facility and extensive facility for members to gather and meet to discuss their profession and the development of the profession in Malaysia. We have very strong working relationships with our colleagues at the various institutes, both in China, in Hong Kong and also in Malaysia. We have recognition agreements in place with provincial Chinese authorities, with the Chinese Institute of Certified Public Accountants, and importantly, we are developing our relationship with the Malaysian Institute of Accountants. and we have recently submitted for mutual recognition agreement with the Malaysian Institute of Accountants to further our cooperation and understanding between Australia and Malaysia. As we know, the IPA has a principal focus on small and medium enterprise management and also small and medium practice management. These issues are common to the issues in the Malaysian profession, and we look forward to building our working relationship, a very strong and healthy working relationship with our counterparts in the region. In other international news, it's important to note that the new Chief Executive of the International Federation of Accountants, or IFAC, Faiz Chowdhury, has taken the helm. Faiz comes to the IFAC, the important position as IFAC's CEO, with a wealth of experience, and most notably perhaps is his time spent at the World Bank. So he certainly joined the chorus of those who are welcoming Faiz to the position of Chief Executive of IFAC and look forward to working with him. It is important also to pay tribute to the important work done by Ian Ball, the outgoing Chief Executive. With more than 10 years in the role, Ian played a vital role in the evolution of global accounting standards and the global profession. Well, we're fast approaching that time of year when we, as an institute, must submit to the federal government our wish list for the pre-budget submission. Every year, stakeholders from across the country are called upon by the federal government to provide input into the nation's finances and indeed how the budget should be split. And the IPA, understandably, has some very strong views about the way in which the federal budget should be shaped and the important parameters by which we should be focusing our fiscal energies. Among the reforms being articulated by the Institute this year are a separate taxation regime for small business with a lower rate of tax to compensate for the regulatory burden on small business. We've also proposed tax deductibility for BAS lodgement for a business only where they use a BAS agent, and tax deductibility for the provision of financial advice. We're also advocating for higher concessional caps for older Australians, putting money into their super, and a review of the excess contributions tax and reducing the compliance burden on small business with regards to superannuation payments. And given the vast amount of information available at federal budget time, it's really important that for your clients or the businesses you're working for or with, that you're up to date with the most important issues of the federal budget. One of the easiest ways of staying up to date is by going to our website or indeed by subscribing to this YouTube channel to ensure that you receive the IPA update as we publish it. You'll also have access to an extensive range of in-depth, detailed commentary about the budget, so you can walk into your clients' offices or indeed to your employer the day after the budget with a full brief of what the federal budget means to you, your clients, and importantly to the businesses you're working with. So as the culmination of our 90th anniversary celebrations, we will of course be working towards the National Congress, the IPA's first National Congress between the 7th and the 9th of November at the Intercontinental at Sanctuary Cove on the Gold Coast this year. We'll look forward to seeing you there. And finally, as covered in our last IPA update, we provided some information about SMSF auditor registration. And if you would like to find out more information about what to do from here on, please click on the video link below and you'll see Reese's presentation, which gives you the details about registration, which is very important in terms of those engaged in SMSF audit registration processes. And that's all for this edition of IPA Update, the first edition for 2013. It's shaping to be a fantastic year at the IPA. We look forward to working with you to increase the brand profile of our institute, to work together to provide the best possible member services we can. And make sure for all the most current information you log on to our website at publicaccountants.org.au. You follow us on Twitter, on LinkedIn and on Facebook to maintain that sense of currency. I wish you and your clients a very prosperous 2013.